我回来了。
Xiaomi. Xiaomi. Xiaomi.
大家晚上好。
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our launch event. Last year, we upgraded our company strategy to human car home ecosystem. EV has become an important component in our ecosystem tonight. By launching SU7, we, for the first time, complete the loop, the ecosystem. So today is an important day for us. And on this occasion, I would like to share with you some numbers, which was in the fiscal report we just released. Last year, we sold 146 phones worldwide, number 3 for 14 quarters consecutively. And at the moment, there are 641 million people using Xiaomi phone and tablets. This paved the way for global development. Thirdly, we always a technology-oriented company. We step up our investment every year. Last year, we invested 19.1 billion on R&D, and this year expected to rise to 24 billion. And on auto department, last year alone, we invested 6.7 billion, and in total, 7.5 billion, with equity included. The sheer amount of investment demonstrates our commitment. To make a good car, we spare no expense. We conducted road tests in 300 cities across China, with a total testing mileage exceeds 5.4 million kilometers, enough to go around the Earth 135 times. This is a very large-scale test. In total, we roll out 576 cars for the road test, probably the biggest ever done in China. And that is why there are many sightings of our fleet in many places, because we conducted tests in so many cities with so many cars. To make a good car, we spare no efforts. Last month, we unveiled SU7 at MWC 2024 in Barcelona. It was a huge success. Our booth was packed. It was so crowded that the organizer strongly suggested we take some crowd control measures. And after that, well-known international media gave SU7 very good reviews, calling it stunning, impressive, memorable. And looking at those reviews, I'm very excited. We worked so hard for 3 years. I'm very happy to see such a good review. Looking back at 3 years ago, when we made the announcement to enter the EV market, it was just like yesterday. At the time, I said, this will be my last venture. I'm willing to bet my lifetime honor and achievement and go all in for Xiaomi EV. Saying this has given me great motivation and great pressure. For 3 years, we did our best every day under huge pressure. And I have realized that it's so hard to make a car. And it's so hard that I didn't expect Apple to quit. And that is why, today, for those who are still working in the automotive industry, they're all heroes of our time. They're great people, and let's give them a round of applause to salute them. Today is a beautiful spring day. We unveil the highly anticipated SU7. It's an important day for Xiaomi EV and for myself. We have with us today some good friends. Li Bin, the founder of Next EV, He Xiaopeng, founder of XPeng, Li Xiang, founder of Li Auto, who have given us many suggestions in the last 3 years so that we can avoid so many traps. Heartfelt thanks to them. And I'm very to have with us pioneer of our industry, chairman of Great Wall Automobile, Wei Jianjun, a 30-year veteran of our industry. I admire him so much. And Zhang Jianyong, the chairman of BIC, and many other good friends. I will not read out their names one by one. A big thank you to them. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Beijing, first of all, because Beijing is home to Xiaomi. Beijing's home to Xiaomi EV. To all of our supporters, to our audience watching us online, and I would like to thank everyone at Xiaomi EV and Xiaomi Group. Thank you so much. At this moment, I would like to share with you one quote. It's hard to make a car, but it's cool to succeed at it. Now, I officially present you Su7. Our goal is to build a dream car. In our time, a dream car must be equipped with the latest tech and the strongest driving performance, which are equally important. So, we hope off the bat, when we designed Xiaomi Su7, we wanted to be the best-looking car, the easiest to drive, the smartest car, priced under $500,000, and it also needs to be a car of good quality. This is the dream car we built for our friends. I'd like to share with you a video. Is it pretty? Our slogan for this car is driving forward. Because on driver experience, we pursued driver-vehicle harmony, a car that knows you, that responds to you timely, accurately. And on driver and passenger experience, we want this car to understand you, understand your needs, your wants, and be it the driver and passenger experience, we pursue driver-vehicle harmony. This is a full-size, high-performance, eco-technology sedan, 5 meter long, 2 meter wide, a wheelbase of 3 meter. It has elegant and low stance, a very athletic look. I believe this is a timeless look. The elegant stance is created with great proportion. A 3:1 tire size to wheelbase ratio, a 2:1 tire size to height ratio, a 1.36 width to height ratio. This look gives the car a very low drag coefficient at a mere 0.195. The best in class, with highly aerodynamic design, with 8 air vents and 17 authentic aerodynamic vents. Last time, we released 3 colors. People love it. And now let's look at them again. Aqua blue, verdant green, and mineral gray. Mineral gray is very, very premium color and popular with so many people. A few days ago, our stores are open, and many say that the cars look better in person because the shape is so slinky and it doesn't look as good on picture. So I invite you to look at it, take a look in store. And today, we'll release 6 more colors.
Been waiting for an open door, and in the end I swore I'd save you. Holding up your head, I'll give my everything. Stay true, stay true. Higher, and I'll let you know.
Aren't they pretty? These 6 colors? So we release 9 colors. They look great together. And let's have a look. These 9 colors are divided into 4 color series. The first is sports car color series. Second, stylish color series, premium color series, and classic color series. We cater to different tastes of all customers. The color of a car is so important, and let me go through them one by one. The first is meteor blue. And people call it cream blue online. It's a very soft, shallow blue, refreshing, relaxing, and healing color. Let's look at it from different angles. Looks quite good, right? Next, radiant purple. Purple is the color of romance and mystery. With a special formula metallic, it gives extra sparkle under the sun. It's stunning. And how to present it? Not long ago, my alma mater, Wuhan University's sakura season arrived. And some suggest, how about we do a photo shooting at Wuhan University? This is the result. It's so pretty. And on the day of the shooting, some passerbys saw a car and they took some photos, and it sparked a discussion online. So this color was designed for female customers. But I heard that many male customers are also very fond of it. And I would also like to recommend another color to you, bath salt gray. Low-key, great texture, very upscale. Let's look at it from different angle. A very low-profile color. And we have a very bold color for you called lava orange. A highly saturated color, enthusiastic, energetic, very pretty. Because our logo is orange, so we offer all kinds of orange. Let's look at it from different angles. And the picture does not do it justice. So if you have the opportunity, please take a look in person in the exhibition hall. You have to be cool enough to drive with such a color. The next one is pearl white. It's not the ordinary white. We added pearl powder that creates dimension and depth. It's very comfy and very easy on the eye. Next, diamond black. It's not the usual black. We also added a metallic. So it's a mixture of black and deep blue, a very classy color. And that's why it's really a hard choice. But white and black are always safe choices. I like to show you different angles. So these are the 4 color series and 9 colors, with each color being unique and distinctive. And 5 of them are metallic. Speaking of this, many people love aqua blue. I'm very happy to hear that because this is way beyond my expectation. Usually, it's very rare for a passenger vehicle to use such a highly saturated color. It's usually reserved for a $1 million luxury car because to make these color long-lasting and fade-resilient for 20 years, it sets very high requirements for the process, and it's very expensive. And that's why it's usually preserved for race cars. And we have made great efforts to bring it to SU7. We spend so much time and energy on developing each paint. It takes a dozen months, lots of money to develop the paint. And I would like to tell you the whole development process, but that's a story for another time. So we also have 4 colors for the interior: the Galaxy Gray, Sunset Red, Mist Purple, Obsidian Black. So 4 colors for interior, 9 colors for exterior. So you can pick and choose to your own liking. And let's look at the design details of SU7. After we released the designs last time, people are very fond of the water drop headlights, halo taillights, active rear spoiler, flowing curve, hidden door handle. Today, I'd like to tell you more about our water drop headlights. EV today usually use split headlights, ultra-narrow headlights, all cookie-cutter designs. And when we design SU7, we want a unique look. The water drop headlights has a very slinky shape. It blends in perfectly. So 3 years ago, we gave up on the split headlights plan. And the light actually looks just like our logo. And it shines a powerful beam far and wide across roads. It shines 400 meters ahead. That's 14 basketball courts add together. Its low beam shines very wide angle, 160 degree. So it actually shines both far and wide. We also have ADB adaptive headlights. So we can automatically switch between high beam and low beam without blinding the other drivers. So it's a very useful function for evening driving. And about wheels and tires, I realized the importance of them after I entered the EV market. The wheel size and design is a part of a look. The tire determines the performance range of a car. So how can we provide the best tires and wheels? So we have different sizes. It starts with 19-inch wheel, 19, 20, and 21. And we also have the low drag wheel and 3 types of sports wheel. And we have a wheel which looks like a 7. And also we have the different types of the wheels, the multi-spoke sports wheel and plum blossom wheels. Also, we have developed the 4 types of tires. For example, they are all from the international brands. For example, we have the 19-inch Michelin low rolling resistance tires, and it costs about 5,000 to 6,000 even in Denmark. We also have the 19-inch Bridgestone Comfort tire. We also have the 20-inch Michelin Quiet tire. The tire noise is much smaller. Also, we have especially prepared for the people who pursue the performance. We have prepared for them the P0 tire from Pirelli to achieve the utmost performance. In order to make it more sporty, we also provide the narrow front, wide rear design. The rear is wider. The aim is to enhance the grip of the rear wheels to enhance the best dynamic performance. So we have exerted huge efforts in such kind of details. Next, I want to introduce the interior design. We have the wraparound cockpit. It's simple and classy, and the passenger space is very comfortable. In the video, I said that I am 0.81 meters, and everything that I'm bragging, and actually I'm not. And some people even got some pictures of me and Libin, and he looks taller than me. But I want to emphasize that I'm actually 1.81. So when we design the car, we use the 1.88 meters of dummy for the design. You will not feel depressed in the front or rear seats. When we designed the vehicle, we designed the integrated sport-style seats, and we also adopted the high-density memory foam to ensure the comfort for short-range driving, and also you will not feel tired for the long-range driving. Also, we use the Napa full grain Napa leather. It's very soft, it's very comfortable, and it's skin friendly. It is certified. It's also safe for the babies. They are very good materials. We are equipped with very good sound system. We have 25 speakers, sound system, and support the Dolby Atmos, and also we have equipped the headrest speakers for all the models. So when you listen to the music, you will hear the navigation from the headrest speaker, and it will not disturb the other passengers in the vehicle. This is a very sweet design. We have a very big trunk, which is big enough for a whole set of camping equipment. We also have a very big front trunk. This size of front trunk, only the most advanced dedicated BEV platform can achieve that. It can contain 105 liters of things. So what can it be used for? For example, you can put your takeaway food there, and you can also put your fishing gear in the front trunk. It is very practical. Apart from that, we have 32 storage spaces in the whole vehicle. It's very exaggerated, right? I used to joke with them that the SU7 is a monster of storage. In the interest of time, I will just give you a few examples. We have lots of storage spaces. For example, when we reviewed the picture, some people asked, what are the 2 rivets on the IB platform for? Is that just for good looking? Actually not. That is a dedicated standard M6 screw size, one on each side. And also there's another one under the rear view mirror. There is also a charging space under the rear view mirror. It is for the phone mount here. You can also install a GoPro here. So the media professionals, if you are interested in the SU7, actually we have a very good design for you.
And actually, lots of car makers do not consider the phone mount. I tested lots of phone holders, and they are not very good. So I tested for lots of times, and I said to myself that we need to make very good phone mount. We also have 2 phone storage spaces at the central console, supporting 50 watts of wireless fast charging, and also we have a phone storage at the door of the front seat, passenger seat, so you will not forget your phone when you get off the vehicle. Also, at the central console, we have 2 large cup holders. It's good enough for 2 large cups of coffee. Then we have, under the central console, there is a storage space for the flashlight. Here, we have 2 hidden hooks. You can hang a plastic bag or your takeaway food. This flashlight is very practical. It's also a product from our company. I want to briefly introduce the flashlight. It is a glare flashlight. It goes very far. Also, it can also be a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker. Also, it is a power bank. So if you have that in your car, it would be very practical. Under the armrest box, there is a 4.6-liter space. It's within the reach of the passengers, both at the front and the rear seats. When we talk about the smart refrigerator, actually, I had a car with refrigerator. I used that once, and I just abandoned that. Because if you put 1 Coke inside, then when you make a turn, it wobbles. It's very annoying. So when we designed the smart refrigerator, we has especially designed this anti-roll mat. No matter you put 1 can or 3 cans of Coke, it won't wobble. Also, I want to especially introduce this super extra large glove box. We have some engineer users who would like to take the laptop on a vehicle, and it's unsafe to put it in a car when you leave the car, and it's very troublesome to put it in the trunk. So we have this glove box. You can put the laptop here. That is very convenient. We also have lots of storage spaces. I will not go into the details. I think when we design a product, we do not design just for beauty or appearance. We also design for experience. I want to give you an example. We designed this panoramic glass roof. It's very spacious. It looks very transparent. It's good looking. And the glass area is up to 5.35 square meters. I want to make it very spacious. And then when we talk with the potential users, a female Tesla driver said, well, it feels like an oven when you sit inside such kind of car. Wouldn't it hot in summer? Well, then we take this as a main pain point. How do we address that? The first thing we do is to make a double-layer silver plating for the panoramic glass roof with 99.9% of UV isolation, 99.1% of infrared isolation. And then we find another serious point is the front windshield. It's even much hotter. And many female drivers will wear the sunblock sleeves because it's pretty hot for the front windshield. So we use the 3-layer silver plating to isolate the 99.5% of the UV and 97.6% of infrared. This is the only car using 3 layers of silver plating. Also, we use the UV-IR coating for the windows of the 4 doors with the UV isolation reaching 99.9%. If we translate that into the sun cream, that is equivalent to SPF 100 plus or PA 4 plus. So that is highly soundproof. At the rear seats, we also designed the privacy glass. You do not need to do further paintwork. Then how good is that in terms of the sunblock? We made a test. We left the car in 38-degree sunshine for 90 minutes. It's a very common weather during the summertime in Beijing and not to say the southern city of China. So we make a comparison with Model 3. Model 3 is like a global benchmark. It's outstanding, so we compare with Model 3. Can you imagine that after the test, we are 12-degree cooler than Model 3. So you can also take a temperature gun with you to test. I was also amazed at that time. Within 1.5 hours, the temperature becomes very hot. And I think SU7 is not only good looking, it is sunproof. And we also have a separate ultra-thin panoramic glass roof sun blaze, and we also have the sunshade for the front windshield. Do you think this is good enough? And some people may say that is not. So we have designed this ultra-thin sun blinds. Apart from that, we made the sunshade for the front windshield. They are of high quality and they are very easy to store. Then that is like an all-round protection. Pretty soon we will enter summer. Many places in China are very hot, and people will bring sun umbrella. After 1 or 2 months in my hometown, we will enter the plum rain season, so there will be lots of rains. I do not like the umbrella and water when we put that into the vehicles. So we have designed the umbrella storages at the front doors. It's very convenient. Also, we have the umbrella storages at the rear seats. So we have solved the sunproof, we have solved the umbrella thing. This is the interior and exterior design of the Xiaomi Su7. We made a lot of efforts, and we are very delighted last year to have Mr. Chris Bangle to be our design consultant. He is the top 10 auto designer in the world, and he is the former vice president of design BMW. I believe that having him as our design consultant, he will help us to move Xiaomi Auto to the next level. I would like to welcome Mr. Chris Bangle to the stage.
Hi. Thanks, Mr. Lei.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Wow. Hi. My name is Chris Bangle, and I'm super excited to be here at the very first Xiaomi EV launch event. Thank you very much for having me. This is really, really cool. Isn't that a great car? Isn't that a beautiful car? I mean, that was my first impression of when I saw the Xiaomi Su7 was, damn, what a great car. You know, of all the products, I really like cars the best because I believe cars are more than just a tool to get you from A to B, to move you. Cars they're avatars of yourself. They represent who you are. And when I saw this Xiaomi Su7, that was my immediate thought. Here is a car that a lot of people are going to identify with and say it's a wonderful expression of themselves. Beautiful. Now, it's not what I expected from Xiaomi because they're known for a design language which is very, very reserved and not emotional like this car. I've been to Xiaomi stores, and I really like their products. They have a really calm, minimalist vibe. But cars need to express movement, energy, and the Su7, with these well-defined curves and sculpted forms, this enters this whole new expression of boldness. And this entry into sportiness, wow, that's fantastic. But still, it's packaged for a family and everyday use. I was really excited because it was so different from what I expected from Xiaomi and very impressive for their very first crack at a car. Well done. I had a lot of fun driving the SU7. And what impressed me was how powerful it was. The way it accelerated, well, made me immediately call it, this is a rocket horse. That was actually my expression, rocket horse. You know, horses are very powerful and very intelligent animals. And this car felt like that, but kind of to power of 10. Rocket horse. You know, my wife likes horses. This car would be a great car to have back in Europe. Oh, well, try. I think the recent, I think the recent European debut impressed many people that the Xiaomi Su7 is a wonderful example of the Chinese EV industry. It's a complete and visually stunning car. And I'm also confident that this marks an excellent beginning for the Xiaomi EV group. And I look forward to seeing them continue to push the boundaries and create future-ready masterpieces as they go forward. Congratulations. Congratulations, team. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. 一款车呢，
For a car, we do not just want it to be good looking, but also we want it to be drivable. I want to design a very drivable car. A drivable car means that when you drive it, it's a kind of enjoyment. Every time you step on the gas, every time you make a turn, every time you step on the brake, you can feel a strong sense of control. And the car can read your mind and take you to anywhere you want.
一台好开的
For a good car, performance is the foundation. The Xiaomi Su7 has class-defining speed.
它有多快呢？
How fast is that?
0-100加速2.78
We have 2.78 seconds of 0 to 100 km per hour acceleration. Is comparable to middle-level luxury cars.
高车速也达
And
到
the
了
max
惊人的
speed is up to 265 kilometers per hour. That is amazing. Also, we can also have the very good speed from 0 to 200, 60 to 80, 80 to 120, and 120 to 160, and even 0 to 400 straight dash. On every dimension, it has very strong performance. So for every dimension, we target ourselves at the Taycan. When we watch the videos of our cars, we feel very passionate. Wow.
这个性能特别特别的夸张。
This is very exaggerated performance. That also that to the dual motor and also the AWD. We have 673 horsepower and 338 Newton meters of peak torque, and it is comparable to the 4.0 turbocharging V8 sports car. It owes that to the Xiaomi Hypermotor 21,000 RPM. So it is outstanding performance. Also here, I want to say that Even under minus 15 degree, the performance output is also very robust. We know that the electric vehicles is highly influenced by the temperature. For example, Model 3 performance, the 0 to 100 acceleration is reduced, but for us, we maintained a very good 0 to 100 acceleration. That also led to the low temperature, high power battery. So in the winter time, the performance is not compromised. Apart from the performance, we also have very good driver's experience. We have dedicated design for the drivers. For example, the steering wheel, the seats, the dashboards, and the UHD are all central axle asymmetric. And also we have very good grip for the steering wheel. We have 2 physical buttons.
One button to start autopilot and another button to start a boost model. So it's very easy to drive and to make it easier to drive easily. So many of the buttons, we still keep the physical buttons. In addition, we provide the 7.1-inch rotating display. So when it rotates, you feel a feeling of ceremony. And in this car, what I think I did really well is a super big 56-inch HUD. Why I want to emphasize on HUD? Because several of my cars have HUD. If it's not adjusted well, it can be very annoying. Sometimes I had to turn off the HUD. Sometimes I even feel it is such an unnecessary function. That's why we have made a lot of efforts to adjust and tune HUD to make sure the display and screen is very clear. That's why we provided 56-inch HUD. Last time when I was driving from Shanghai to Beijing, the first experience I got was it's a really big HUD. What we did is we have a 7.7-meter focus distance, and it is able to adjust the brightness and the intensity of lights. The comparison is 1,500 to 1 contrast ratio, and the brightness is 13,000 nits. The driving sensation is very well, and even on the driver's seat, we have the proactive seat bolster. It means that when you're making a turn, it's able to inflate proactively to give you a good support. It's only a configuration comes with a luxury car. But with this, you can feel that it has a very good support. And apart from all the good configurations, we have made a lot of efforts on the driving sensations. Today, the mechanical part of our vehicles is already mature. But with the sense of awe, we started to build a team of experts and focusing on underlying core technology. We built modular architecture. In our smart chassis, we are leading the industry, and all of the suppliers in the smart chassis are well-known suppliers in the industry. All of them are very well-known. As well as the control algorithms of the smart chassis combine smart with driving seamlessly. And how well do our chassis perform? We have invited our media friends to do a test drive. Their comment is, it is very easy to drive. The chassis tuning is excellent, and they say there must be some gurus in Xiaomi. Now let's check out the test drive videos of our media friends.
体验超出了我的预期，
动态驾驶感受可以说相当棒，
比你想中要更好开。
像开一台性能车，
确实不像是一个新品牌的第一款车。
驾驶性、基础性的一些调教做的是非常的完善和成熟的，尤其是比如说我们的动力的曲线
Bold 加的这个模式跟它的舒适模式性格反转是差别非常大的。
在运动调教的基础之上，还会有一个非常有韧性的这种感觉。整车车的方向盘和踏板的操作其实非常的精准，而且带给驾驶者极强的这种操控的信心感。
整个底盘的反馈，包括方向的反馈，以及整个座椅的这种配合，会觉得跟我整个的这种驾驶的意图是非常非常相符的。
整体的一个转向以及它的一个静谧性，我觉得它真的是一台开起来质感非常非常高级的一台车。
有一些部分甚至可以说是目前行业里面绝无仅有的。
操控、舒适、智能，比较符合年轻人开车的性格。
这个脚感转向配合这个小声浪，哎呀，给你的感觉还是非常棒。 底盘对于俯仰和侧倾的抑制都非常的到位，操控性非常的好，视野也非常通透，
动力真的是非常的厉害，
没有任何突兀感，很舒服，
安全度非常高，
它非常聪明，
非常惊险，
好看、沉稳、优秀、老道。
And another comment from them is they say the driving sensation is very well. And what are the high quality part? First is they say it's very highly responsive, means it responds quickly to one step. So even for the base model, even in normal city roads, just one simple step on the pedal, you feel the responsive steering experience. We know that Model 3 has a really good responsive experience, but we also provide a very good responsive experience. And second is precise steering. Especially when you change lanes at medium to high speeds, it responds to you lane changing and steering very quickly. And third, in terms of tuning, when they are providing you with the road information. Actually, a really good car, it retains the feel of the road while just getting rid of the bumpiness. The orange line curve shows the bumpiness of the road, and the green one shows how people feel. So that's why we say that you feel it's a very smooth driving experience. In addition, in that split second before when you brake it, there is a smooth touch to how the brakes are applied. So the braking is also smooth. The tuning radius is only 5.7 meters, and for this full-size high-performance sedan, it is very flexible for such a size of a sedan. So you can check it out yourself during the test drive. In addition, it's also very fun to drive around. Let's check out the other functions. First, we have the launch control. It's able to provide you with a very good sensation. It's a very good feeling. Second, there is a booster mode. It delivers the maximum power output within 20 seconds. In addition, we also provided the sports sound system. So it is also giving you a very sporty car feelings and sensations when you drive. We created a sound synthesis of 110 tracks. At start, I thought it was easy, but then it turns out to be difficult. Let's hear it. So it gives a very sporty feeling. In addition, we also have some self-defined driving mode. It is able to simulate the other driving modes of classic cars, and you can easily set it to drifting mode. And what is a drifting mode? That is when you turn off the traction control, turn off the vehicle stabilization system, and all power output is transferred to the rear wheels. Now you have a rear wheel drive with great horsepower. Now let's check the video of drifting. Isn't this awesome?
这个我也专门学的。
I actually have learned drifting myself. Next time I can show you my drifting skill. But I'm not that good yet, so don't laugh at me.
这个，所以我觉得舒适的好看，
So
光靠我讲可能是没有。
if I say SU7 is a very drivable car, it doesn't really do it justice. So you should check it out and do a test drive yourself. Next thing, for a EV, the range is a very important topic for the electric cars. And for all models, we have a long range. Just as I've mentioned in Weibo yesterday, we start at 700 kilometers.
这个为什么标配700公里呢？因为
Even
这是 CLTC 工况，
this is in the CLTC mode. We have 700 kilometers.
整个电车的续航啊，受各种因素影响。
We know that the range of EV vary in various factors. For example, the temperature. Second is if it's on the highway.
所以你开得越快，越好。
Because the speed has a lot to do with the range.
驾驶习惯也相关。
And third is also about your driving habits.
如果你猛踩，
If you hit on the pedal more quickly and aggressively, it also reduces the range.
开的那个最省电。
That's why we say if you hit the brakes more smoothly, it saves the range.
上下班通勤，一周
But our range guarantees that you only need to charge one time for 1 week for commute.
我们最近在广东做了一次
And recently we did a test in Guangzhou.
是我们的标准版。
So this is our base model, and we have the 700 kilometers, and this is what people call the entry level. And we do it on the highway 120 kilometers. The average speed is around 97 kilometers. But because sometimes there's a traffic jam, but it's capped at 110 or 120. And in this speed, the final result is 495, but it guarantees at least 4 to 5 hours on the highway.
去年年底呢，我们发布的标准版。
So last year, at the end of last year, our range was 668, but now it changed to 700 kilometers. Maybe people will wonder why the change. But just 3 months, we have a big jump. We've noticed that people have a really strong desire for long range. That's why we have equipped
的第一个主轮胎，
Michelin
做实验
low drag
因为我们
hubs wheel, and we have updated our advertisement.
拥有米其林的标配。
So in this way, you are able to have all of the Michelin wheel hub and have the 700 range. This is the work we do.
未来的过程中，如果大家觉得哪里做的不好，欢迎
I believe that so in the future, if there are anything you feel we can do better, please let us know.
各位，跟 Model 3怎么比？
How do we compare this base model with Model 3?
续航多了
We have
133公里啊，续航多了133。
our range increased by 133 kilometers. So for some car factories, even it's just increased by 100 kilometers range, the price will jump significantly. But we have we also increased drastically as well, and also the voltage.
这个大家都很关心，但是
So this is what people are really curious about.
配置谈定价是不是耍流氓？
But when we talk about price, we also have to talk about the configurations, right? Otherwise, it's meaningless. Sometimes if the cars are cheap, but they only have 400 range, but we start at 700 range. That's why I have to emphasize range is the most expensive configuration for the EV. Because even 1 voltage or even 1 kilometer, it means a big difference in the price.
幸亏我不出生在我们小米造车不在那个魔幻的年代啊。
But luckily, we didn't start at that era. We didn't have to buy coal or core in South Africa. But recently, of course, the price in batteries has dropped a little bit, but it still accounts for 30 to 35% of the total cost. So out of all the voltage we have, 1 voltage means a lot of a big difference in the cost. And that's why if you want to have a good range, you either have to invest the big money, burn the money, or you have to invest in the technology. So we invested in technology as well as in the money. So first, we have to have a very low drag coefficient. And we have the whole body silicon carbonate lightweight. And we have really excellent heat management. We also have low drag Hobbs wheel. So we have done excellent work in each of it. But I have done test drive many times myself. I think there are still lots of ways to be improved and updated. Range is really important for the EV. Of course, I know there will still be factors to be improved and to be updated. But I believe range really represents the core technology of the EV. This is our high-end model. We know that a good performance means a big drain on the battery. So for this model, our range is 810 kilometers. So in the four-wheel cars and all the high-performance four-wheel cars, the performance is leading the industry. So I got to say leading the industry. So for the 0 to 100 acceleration on under 3 seconds and the range over 800 meters, Xiaomi Su7 is the only one. Apart from the long range, we also have fast charging. And how do we do in fast charging? We have across the whole models silicon carbonate. We have the compressor and the charger. All of them are silicon carbonate. And we have the 800 voltage high power platform. Here I have to emphasize that sometimes when it's over 550, people say it's 800, but we really go over 800. We reached 871 voltage. But here we continued to do technological improving. The whole charging is optimized charging technology, and it's able to further improve the charging time. So in 15 minutes, we are able to charge 510 kilometers. So just in 15 minutes is enough to last you for 500 kilometers. And for our base model, we use 486 voltage and 400 voltage platform. For this model, it's able to charge 350 kilometers in 15 minutes. If we compare with Model 3, we are 100 kilometers more. In all the technological factors, we reached the best. Now talking about charging stations, we know that 95% of them are public charging stations. So the first thing we want to do is that it has to be compatible. It has to have a high compatibility. So for this, it's actually more problematic than you imagine. And in order to do a good job, we have done it in over 300 cities, and we tested 148 different companies and tested 2,000 stations. In total, we tested 70,000 times of the charging stations. We also help the charging station to solve more than 500 problems. And while we were doing this, we have we improved the overall charging experience for the industry. For example, for this most common public charging station, our voltage is much higher than Model 3. And this is a authoritative certification body reviews, and it shows that the compatibility is more than 99%. And some of the competitors may be less than 90%. It means every 10 times you charge, there will be one time that is not compatible. So we are the most compatible one in the market. Of course, we also prepared home charging stations that are 11 kilowatt kW. We also have prepared Xiaomi Home power exchange adapter. It supports 2.8 kilowatt and as well as to discharge the power. And what's used for the discharge? So, for example, when you go camping, your car is able to provide power.
Now we're building our supercharging station with 600 kilowatts of liquid charging solution. Now we're rolling out in Beijing, Shanghai, and Hangzhou. As we start shipping, we're stepping up on our charging network. And I've talked about the best looking, the easiest to drive. But the best about Su7 is a smart ecosystem. Speaking of smart cars, my understanding is that car, smart, and EV, in the last 3 years, the highest barriers is in the EV. But the next decade, the biggest problem is about how to be smart. And I cannot stress more. The future competition lies in smartness, which is our strong suit. With 14 years experience in smartphones, we will apply the experience and expertise we accumulated on our EV, and our car EV smart ecosystem will seamlessly connect all devices in the ecosystem. And smartness is the soul of our EV. And I would like to talk about it in 4 aspects. First, smart driving. In the last launch event, I talked about the algorithm and Xiaomi autopilot. Today, we want to tell you about our investment on our autopilot. We're very committed. So our team now is about 1,000 people, and by the end of the year, we will exceed 1,500. And by the end of this year, we will enter the first tier of car makers. We have 2 models, the Xiaomi Pilot Pro and Xiaomi Pilot Max. And Pro is purely visual solution, while Max is vision plus LiDAR, while Tesla uses pure visual solution. But in China, because of the lag, we actually have to do 2 solutions in parallel. Maybe in the future, we'll all enter the pure visual solution stage. Here, I want to tell you, we do 2 solutions. We follow several principles. First, same technology for various configurations. So it is available to across all models, because I don't think any company can actually maintain 2 solutions. So usually they would do the higher end model themselves and leave the lower model, base model to OEMs. But OEMs will have a hard time catching up with the latest technology. And there are 6-7 players in this area. If you are fully committed to smart strategy, this is also the future competition priority. And both models use the Orin platform. 11 HD camera, and full-stack self-developed algorithm. In the last 3 years, we have built our in-house testing fleet with a total testing mileage of over 10 million kilometers. And our simulation capability exceeds 250 million kilometers. People set high standard for us. We want to debut a car with the greatest user experience. So we provide autopilots across all models, and the highway NOA will be delivered upon launch. And now the highway NOA has been tested in 300 cities and will be available across the country. And we support auto parking, and autopilot is available to all models. And in every city, we tested the auto parking, all kinds of parking slots in the underground parking lot. The completion rate is over 95%. And all models are equipped with mechanical car location technology, even when there's narrow edges. And it's end-to-end sensing, completely different from the previous algorithm, even when parking in challenging scenarios. So we're the only one adopting such a technology in this class. Now our competition is heating up on city NOA. And I'd like to tell you about our progress. And we have invited media friends for our NOA testing. And in April, we'll start the user testing. And in May, we'll roll out in 10 cities. In August, we'll roll out nationwide. Those test drive videos will soon be available. And let's look at our internal road test video. I hope during your test drive, you will give City NOA a try. I would like to briefly talk about the smart cabin. There are 5 screens in total. The central touchscreen, the HUD, and 2 tablets in the back seats. So 5 screens interconnected. Let's look at each of them. There's a 16.1-inch 3K HD screen powered by Snapdragon 9875. And this is the best car chip in the market. Very smooth operation. And last time I told you about the screen, we selected an ultra-large tablet for it, because we want to improve the compatibility with the apps. When you make display screens in all sizes, it actually creates huge challenge to the apps ecosystem. So with 10 years of experience in tablets making, we make it a standardized tablet. So all apps are available on this tablet. Let's show you a small demo. Open the spoiler. What you see is what you get. Just one click, you can open the spoiler. Open the boot, turn on the AC. The whole system's very smooth. And the vehicle OS develops a flexible framework that uses widgets. You can move around and resize the apps to your liking. Smartphone car interconnectivity is also one of our strong suits. When your phone is brought into the cabin, the console automatically displays an icon. You can open the phone's interface with a single touch. And with one touch, your interface can go full screen. Say you're watching a movie on your phone. With one touch, you can watch it on the big touch screen, enjoy immersive film experience in the car. Your favorite smartphone apps can be pinned to the car's infotainment system for future use. They run just like in-car native apps. So the best about this OS that it really considers the compatibility of software's ecosystem. And there are many other functions I don't have time to tell you about. Next is car home interconnectivity, how your car interacts with your home. You can get your car ready with a voice. In summer, before you leave your home, you can tell your car to turn on the AC. And we have added voice print recognition to limit the access so that your kids cannot mess around. In your car, through media, you can control your home smart devices. You can remotely control your camera to check your home. When your doorbell rings, you can get a notification. With one click, you can talk to the person and receive your delivery. When you drive into your compound, the home scenario is activated. Your home and car are connected seamlessly. There are many other scenarios. Let's look at rear displays. It's just a Xiaomi tablet. But this is redesigned, repurposed for Su7. The 6S Pro, 3K high-definition screen, empowered by Gen 2 Snapdragon processor. And there's a 3-pin location. And we have also designed a backseat holder set. I would like to tell you about the ecosystem. When the tablet is mounted, it's a part of the vehicle OS. The rear passenger can easily adjust the front seat, can push it forward, and the rear passenger can set navigation destination or add destinations or check live traffic. When listening to music, both screens can sync lyrics, so it's great for karaoke. We have made a karaoke microphone. When you have your kids at the back, from the touch screen, you can select movies, animations for your kids. So we have designed a complete interaction between different screens. Next, Xiaoai, voice assistant, one of the earliest voice assistants in China. Now we have monthly active user over 100 million. It wakes up 200 million times a day. So it has a great fundamental capability. And let's look at how Xiaoai controls the car. First of all, let's see how it rolls down the window. Pretty easy, right? Let's see how it controls the rear view mirror. and adjust HUD. So they are great functions. Another fun function, when you drive past the parking lot toll booths, when everyone's fumbling to find their phone, you can have your QR code ready with a voice. A very useful function. Xiaoai is also good at giving you instruction about the car. If you don't know how to use the launch mode, you can just ask her. She would teach you how to use launch mode. In the cabin, we allow voice interaction from every seat. Even when you sit in the middle of the back seat, Xiaoai can answer you and interact with you accurately. Xiaoai has adopted large language model. We developed our 1.3B language model. And what's the use case? The most often demo is this. And once you buy Su7, you can paint this blue and white porcelain for your car. But why do we need this for driving? You can just do it on your phone. So we believe that the large language model needs to be combined with the multi-modal sensing. It needs to understand the location, direction of the car, and all the cameras need to be connected and to engage in the large language model. And that makes Xiaoai smarter. To give you another example, when you're about to enter a tunnel, you can ask Xiaoai, when you're on a road trip, you can ask about what's the river's name you just drive past. And a more often asked question. Right? That's how we combine the sensing capability and large language model. At the current stage, people are trying to use large language model for more use case to solve real problems. We have prepared a video to tell you Xiaoai's full capability.
这是你认识的小爱，现在来认识一个更懂你的小爱。你的这些细节只有他能懂。
后视镜往下10%，HUD 往左一点，座椅调到最后。停下，
停下了。甚至跨界的想法，他也能心领神会。
我的手机掉哪儿了？打开家里的扫地机器人，打开家里的摄像头。小爱同学，
我在。
打开手机付款码。
完成了。搭载 AI 大模型的他，无所不知。
有没有离轨迹和望京都很近的川菜馆？
为你找到了10家位置合适的川菜馆。
介绍一下7方3向。
是3方7向。
前面的车是什么车？
我来看看。甚至他可以像人一样观察。是橄榄绿的小米Su7，满足你的所有好奇。
过的桥有多少年历史了？前面的山是什么山？金庸小说里哪些重要？
这就是全新的小爱，更懂车的事，更懂设备的事，更懂你好奇的事。全新小爱大模型智能语音已登陆小米Su7。
所以这个小爱真的变得越来越聪明了。
Xiaoai is getting smarter by the day.
更强大的智能生态。
Our human car home ecosystem is very powerful. The central touchscreen is expandable in all 4 directions. You can add a physical buttons. It's connected magnetically and by screws. You can adjust AC or other common functions And the knob in the middle is for volume. It also supports AFC. When you tap your phone at the knob, it connects to the car Wi-Fi automatically. You can also add intelligent dual gauges to show time, speed, and range. When you interact with Xiaoai, it responds with vivid emoticons. Very playful. And we also have wireless charging phone holder, which is connected to the smart cabin. If you forget your phone in the car, it will remind you. And you can also install ambient light.
So it can change with the rhythm of the music, so you will feel very atmospheric. Also, under the touchscreen, we can also make it expandable. Here, you can pull it and to put all kinds of devices, the charging and also magnetic and the magnet section. Here, you can also have a smart walkie-talkie set, and you can charge the walkie-talkie, and it can be connected to the steering wheel, and you can just talk to the steering wheel. You do not need to talk to the walkie-talkie anymore. Also, it can charge 2 walkie-talkies, so just in case. For this charging space, you can also charge the flashlights we have mentioned before. And this is the function we have provided. We can also put the walkie-talkie here. Here we can also put the smart aroma diffuser set. We can have 3 perfume sticks, 5 different concentrations, and it costs 399 RMB. Also, you can put a outdoor Bluetooth speaker here. It has very good audio effect, and it is tuned by Harman Kardon. It is very good for camping. Here, inside that, there is the ambient light, and it is magnetic section. Here, it can be fixed to the car or to your tent. We also have other car IoT equipment. I would like to give you a few examples. For example, the child seat. If the seatbelt is not fastened for the child seat, then there will be a reminder at the touch screen because it's connected to the whole car IoT system. The whole car is very intelligent. We also designed very high quality commodities. For example, we have the very soft, very comfortable headrest, and also we have the storage box for the trunks and the front trunk. Also, the front trunk has similar storage spaces. In our app, we have very diversified and rich ecosystem. In the interest of time, I will not cover them all. You can go through them one by one in the app. So ecosystem is a very good weapon for us. Last time I talked about a topic that Apple has given up car making, and I think it's okay because we support the Apple ecosystem and we can provide very good experience for the Apple users. So that is a very generous attitude from our company. We support the wireless CarPlay, we support the iPad. So we support the Apple ecosystem. And all the Apple users can feel the ecosystem. Smart and ecosystem are our core competitiveness. I would like to play a video for you.
有变化吗？它可以让我不用思考吗？可以让我1秒都不用等吗？今天的智能，除了让我放心，可以让我偶尔放个空吗？它可以实现每个人的想法吗？今天的智能， 它可以想在我的前面吗？当我还在路上，它可以帮我安排好家里的一切吗？难住我的事，会难住它吗？是不是不用想太多，只需要相信它，感受它，探索它？这就是今天的智能吧。它回应我们的本能，让每个心意都自由奔流。人车合一，我心澎湃。小米Su7，搭载小米澎湃 OS， 构建人车家全生态。
好，我觉得车它还
Okay, I think for a car, it needs to be of high quality. Safety is no trivial matter. Safety is above all. So we have adopted the most strict standards to design our product. First of all, I want to talk about the passive safety. We used the armored cage steel aluminum alloy body, and the high tension steel and aluminum alloy have accounted for 90%, and the high tension steel has 2,000 megapascals of strength,
这个车有多强呢？
and the car is very strong. The torsional rigidity of the car body has reached 51,000 Newton meters. It is very rigid.
安全气囊的话呢？
In terms of the airbag, we have 7 airbags inside the car, and we have 2 wide coverage side curtain airbags, and it can protect the passengers in the front and back seats. And we have gone through over 40 crash tests and covered the major 3 test standards. And many of the tests of ours have exceeded the national standards. I will not go into the details. In terms of the active safety, we have the 16 active safety configurations for all the models, and everyone is cares about the AEB function pretty much. It's a very good function. When it identifies risks, it will be triggered for braking. But there is a problem when the risk is removed and the car also stops there. That is not very good experience. For example, when you drive the car, there is a pedestrian who wants to go across the street, and he notices the car and he stops going across the street, and actually the AEB has stopped your car. That is not a very comfortable experience. We have upgraded that to the AEB Pro. It's even smarter. So when it identifies a risk, it starts to decelerate. When the risk is removed, then it recovers the speed. I think this is a very practical function. We are making further R&D, and the new edition will go through the OTA pretty soon, and we have sent that for the complete test to the CAERI, and we've got the challenge certificate, and we have got a video from the real test of the CAERI. So this is a very strong function. It can achieve the emergency brake under 135 kilometers per hour. We have invested a lot on this R&D. In terms of the battery safety, it is of high concern from the whole society. We have the highest standards of the industry, and we have achieved a comprehensive safety. We have the C2B integrated battery technology, and we have gone through 1,050 tests, including crash, and burning, and the test received is 20 times of the national standards. We are very serious about each of the tests. The vehicle is a big smart mobile terminal. We are also very focused on the privacy safety. For example, the privacy isolation between accounts and end-to-end encryption across devices. And we even provide a physical button. You can click the button to enter the privacy mode and to turn off the LiDAR and the cameras and other sensors. After they are turned off, there will be a reminder in the car. So such functions can meet the confidentiality needs. The car making is a very complex technique. We need to have long-term point of view, so we are prepared to spend 15 to 20 years to build our capability and to build us into the top 5 car maker in the world. And I would like to introduce the Xiaomi EV Hyper Factory. We have 6 workshops. Compared with the traditional 4 workshops, we have added the Xiaomi die casting workshop and battery workshop. We have achieved the independent production of the die casting rear floor and the C2B battery pack. In the workshop, we also have 29 R&D labs, which can help us to shorten the R&D cycle for the new vehicle. We also have 2.5 kilometers of test track. For each of the Xiaomi Su7, it needs to go through all the tests before delivering to the user. When we come to full production capacity, we can finish assembly within 76 seconds. There are 3 characteristics of the factory. It's highly automated. The steel aluminum body frame, we have 269 welding machines to achieve 100% automated production. And for the photos and 2 hoods, we have the 36 robots to achieve 0.5 millimeters of assembly precision. And for the medium and the larger parts, we have 94 robots, and we adopt the LiDAR navigation and solutions. That's like autonomous driving transport vehicles. We adopt 7-axis coding robots, and with 70,000 RPM, it can make the paint coverage extremely fine and balanced. This produces a natural mirror-like flat and smooth finish. This is the industry leading. We have over 700 robots in the factory, achieving 100% of automation. Secondly, we can achieve automated testing, which is a double insurance for the quality. We use the UV light for the 100% automated testing for the exterior of the vehicle. The detection precision has reached 0.05 millimeter, and we use the LiDAR to test the body frame. The detection precision also reached 0.05 millimeter. For the integrated die casting rear floor, we use the X-ray to take 28 X-rays to detect internal defects not visible to the human eye. The accuracy rate is as high as 99.9%, and the efficiency is improved by 20 times. Also, it is an environmentally friendly factory. On the roof, we have the PV panels, which can produce 16.4 million kilowatt hours of electricity each year. We also strictly limit the emission of wastewater and exhaust gas, and the wastewater treatment efficiency is up to 99%, and we have achieved zero discharge of heavy metals in the wastewater. And in terms of the raw materials, we can use 30% of the recycled aluminum for the Titan's metal. We effectively saved energy by recycling the aluminum. We are technology-driven to maintain high performance, high quality, green, and sustainable to accelerate the production of new quality productive forces. Let's watch a video.
缺少一座工厂，一座更智慧的工厂，一座把未来带到眼前的工厂。小米汽车工厂以高自动化为起点，实现超高品质交付。小米超级大压铸集群，430个工艺参数，100%工艺自动化运行，一瞬之间驱动工业巨兽。超700个机器人，实现关键工艺100%自动化，秩序之中造就极致效率。10种连接工艺，100%全自动组装车身骨架，创造超高强度车身。精细装配，精准上件，精确运输，沿着自动化的方向继续前进。全自动检测，细致入微。小米自研 XI 智能质检系统 ，AI 自动分析 X 光片，层层把控。自动打磨、喷涂，漆面始终平整如一。76秒间自动下线，心无所限的可能由此展开。在这里，你看到的是一辆车，一个承诺的开始，也是智能制造的新开始。现在，我们与你一起再向前一步。小米汽车工厂再一次一往无前。
Welcome all of you to visit our hyper factory. Okay? Okay, now I have introduced the different aspects of the Xiaomi Su7. Then let's talk about the price. I think many people are not quite familiar with the cost of making EV, and actually I made an explanation on the Weibo. Actually, the cost is pretty high. It's very hard for us to get profit. For example, Tesla Model 3, I checked their data sheet last year based on the balance sheet. The price is of 245,900, And actually, if they price 223,000, they can reach the break-even point. And also, they need to sell 1.8 million. So the cost for making BEV is very high. So with that, keeping in mind, let's talk about the price. Su7 has 3 models. Let's see the base model first. The base model is not base model without option. It's no compromise base model. The base model has very strong configuration, and it's even the top configuration in many other models. It has long range and the autopilot function. For the long range, maybe it equals to the ultra long range in the other brands. Just now I introduced that it supports 700 kilometers of range, and it has 19-inch Michelin tire for all models, and it has 73.6 kilowatt-hour battery, and it uses split battery, and also it uses over 400 watts of the silicon carbon platform, and it has very good performance, and the maximum speed is 210 kilometers per hour. The performance is pretty good. It is based on the hypermotor of Xiaomi, and also the integrated die-casting rear floor, the double wishbone suspension, and the 5-link suspension. This is a very strong configuration. Recently, a professional checked our chassis and said that the material is very solid. And then he said that it smells like money. So after you check this vehicle, maybe you will have a different comment. I've introduced the autopilot as well. It's Autopilot Pro, and we have the Orin platform and the 11 watts of the camera. Also, it has the extra functions which worth of 18,000 RMB. And maybe you are not quite familiar with that. We need to upgrade the map all the time, so it also costs a lot. And together with the R&D team and maintenance team, so it means a whole lifetime of the costs. Also, we have the hyper-smart cabin. This is the configuration of the base model. Also, I want to re-emphasize that it is good looking, it is soundproof. Remember soundproof, okay? At the beginning of the design, we target ourselves at Model 3.
Because we know that Tesla is a role model for all EVs in the world. So let's do a comparison between us. Maybe you can see that in each factor we are leading. We are leading better than Tesla Model 3. Maybe some of you may say that maybe it's not very comprehensive. Now we have a comprehensive comparison of all configurations. I even used a micro glasses to check out the differences. And then I narrowed down that there are 2 configurations that they do well. First is the battery consumption. That is how many, the percentage, the 1 kilometer percentage to the battery. Of course, they are leading the industry, but maybe we will need 3 to 5 years to catch up with them. But in short term, maybe we are not catching up with them yet. But we have a high tech. We have a large battery, right? But another fact is objectively that we are sedan level car, so we are bigger in size. But I believe that apart from Tesla, Xiaomi is also leading in Chinese market. And in terms of the battery, we are also leading of the voltage. Another part is in the autopilot. Of course, they are leading the world in autopilot. And their computer power is around 700 T. Of course, it is also leading in terms of the computing power. So, in conclusion, I'd like to say that they are strong, but they don't focus too much on the Chinese market. All the autopilot functions we mentioned, if they use it in the US, it is the best, no doubt. But if you, for example, if you use in China, you have to pay 32,000, and another is for 64,000 to use it. And even if you pay the 64,000 NOA in China, it's still definitely not as good as Su7. So here what I want to stress is that you need to provide not only configuration but also driver experience. That's what we have been doing in the past few years. That is to focus on the experience of the driving. I know that the computing power is very important, but it doesn't equal to experience. Here I can say that the autopilot experience is definitely not bad or not so bad as the Model 3. So now we come to the pricing part. I think we have enough good material and configuration. If we set the same price as a Model 3, you will choose Su7. Do you agree? And what's the final price? 21,500, 2,100 and 15,900.
但是呢，就是我定24.599也是亏钱的，21.599也亏钱，这多亏。
Well, we are actually losing money at this price, but I want you to understand that it is a very high price. So I count on your support. We are using our actual efforts to count on your support. I see some people are guessing the price on the internet. I don't know if you win. We actually started the price at say 7 o'clock, and then we reached a consensus at 8 o'clock. This is one of the shortest period for us to make a decision. Here are some of the configuration, some of the accessories. For example, the fridge. 2,000. It is free before April the 13th. The pre-order with deposit. And we also have the luxurious sound system, also free. Napa genuine leather seats, also free. So that means from the fridge, sound system, speaker, and the Napa genuine leather. But the order has to be made before April the 30th. That's a pre-order with deposit. In total, the price is around 34,000. I want to set the price all at a reasonable price, and we want to be considered as a very reasonable. Now I'd like to talk about Pro. Maybe you haven't heard of this model before. This is also rear drive and also ultra long range with autopilot Pro. Ultra long range, it has 830 kilometers. Why we made a 830 kilometers model? Because it's specifically for people who don't have home charging stations. Because whenever you are going, it lasts you 1 week at least, whether it's on highway or normal road conditions. So that's why we want to break your range anxiety. And this is also equipped with a Michelin wheel. It's a 20 more kilowatt hour than the base model. usually 20 kilowatt hour means 200,000 yuan differences in price. But as I've mentioned before, range really shows how high-tech is your products. And what we demonstrate here is a realistic range. Because the calculated result not only shows what it runs, but also how the range is maintained. And in our autopilot, we have the Xiaomi Pilot Max. We have the 11-volt LiDAR, and also NOA free of use for your lifetime. As for NOA, I have introduced before. That is, it will officially start in August. So if we compare the base model, 215. So based on the 215,900, we have 130 kilometers more and 20 more kilowatt hour, as well as the LiDAR and the autopilot max. So in total, the price is around 66,000 difference in RMB. The difference is in battery, LiDAR, computing power, as well as urban NOA, the fee for the urban NOA. So what price shall we set it to? Yes, you got it. If we put this price before Model 3, which one would you go for? Can you speak louder? Just these are not enough. We also have free gifts to throw in. That is a fridge, speaker, genuine leather chair seats. There's also one really interesting accessory, that is active rear spoiler. Usually the price is at 6,000, but also we throw in it for free. So we believe that Pro will be very competitive. If we compare, if we put all the accessory into prices around 48,000 RMB, and all the bonuses and the gifts are also before April 13th, they pre-order with deposit. I hope you will understand it. Now let's come to Max. Max is not just an add-on. It is a completely different car. And its configuration are the top. When we define Max, we actually benchmark against Porsche. So it's a completely different car. We call it Performance Beast. It's equipped with a high-performance four-wheel drive, ultra-long range, autopilot max. It has 673 horsepower, so its performance are really strong. I believe that under the benchmark or under 500,000 yuan, it has the best performance. And it has 800-kilometer range and 871 ultra-high voltage platform. You can actually change the tires and the hubs. You can change, for example, the Michelin tires for free. But I know that some of the customers, they like the sporty wheel. They like the sporty tire. If you want to change the tires, the range might be compromised a little bit, but I believe that 750 kilometers or more is still more than enough. And you can even go for the 21-inch sporty hub P0 tire. We know that many of the car enthusiasts, they got really excited about P0. So apart from the standard configuration, you can choose these three different tires and the hubs wheel. Now let's check out the driver's configuration. It also 56-inch HUD as well as a active side bolster seat,
它标配了 CDC 空滑
as well as CDC, Brembo, four-piston calipers, active rear spoiler, electric suction door, and autopilot max.
全部标配了。
All of them are within the standard configuration.
它对标
We benchmark against the Taycan. We didn't benchmark against Taycan base model with all options. We actually benchmark against the turbo.
应该所有的参数我都行。
I think in all the
改版这个比呢，
maybe with the old model of Taycan, I think we beat it in all performances. But for the new ones, we have different advantages.
我们对标台坎对标了3年。
When we benchmark against the Taycan, I have to say the Porsche is really good in performances. There are definitely some differences or a lot of things for us to catch up with the Porsche Taycan.
这个配置就
But just give us some time. So in terms of the comparison, I believe there are advantages and disadvantages to each of us.
真的能像全方位超过 Model 3的时候再给大家展示。
But I hope that when we beat Model 3 in all-around performance, we will benchmark and compare. But I think in terms of the ecosystem, we are leading.
好，像 Max 这样的性能猛兽。
So for a performance beast like Max, because they are really strong, I think within the scale of the 200,000, we don't have any enemies.
没对手，50万以内没对手。啊，我真的特
Or
别喜欢。
within 500, or within 500,000.
长时间的赛车，所以当你开，你才知道这个车有多好啊。
I believe that only when you start to drive it, you know how good it is. So let's review the price.
这个特别有诚意。
I think it really shows our sincerity.
但是今天大家太卷了，而且大家对小米的期望值太高了。
And people have really a lot of expectations on us. That's why we set this price to this, to show our sincerity and to make it really cost effective.
啊，它的功能全部具备。
So here are all the configurations of SU7 Max. What are the bonuses and the
我发
gifts?
现豪华音响、电动尾已经标配了。
We can see that because the sound system and the active rear spoiler are already standard configuration, we will also throw the refrigerated genuine leather seats as well as the 20-inch
这个
hubs.
福利肯定会减嘛，肯定要减。好，大家看一眼，拍下来，你们再慢慢看一下。
Maybe you can take a screenshot of the prices and to look at it more in details.
今天的定价过瘾吗？
Are we satisfied with the price?
那个，我们下面再介绍一下选配啊。介绍几个
Now
重要的
I'd
选配。
like to tell you more about the colors. So for all the popular, I think the best looking colors, they're free for free. Is it okay? And for the rest of the colors, the price is 7,000. We set the price against the Tesla.
特斯拉只有黑色免费，我
For
最看
example, Tesla only have black for free. We also have other colors for free.
而且5款金属漆。
Because these colors are very high saturated color, and for the interior colors, all of them for free. So for the hub wheels, we talk about the price before already. It's also not too expensive.
我们应该怎么买呢？
And
好，请允许我慢慢
so
科普一下
how you wanna buy the car then?
特别了解。
Because I know some of our colleagues, also fans or customers do not so well. So first, you can download Xiaomi EV app or open the WeChat Mini app. Now you can choose the configuration and put in the shopping list.
晚上10点钟。
And the third step, at 10 o'clock, you pay 5,000 deposit. This order has a 7-day grace period, so you're able to return it within 7 days. Because when we just started to produce, we have limited capacity.
这个时候真的很希望立刻买一部车的话呢，
But so if you want to buy car now, so maybe place the order as ASAP.
在制造上都很先进，都采用了个性化定制的生产。
We know that all the EV cars now have a personalized production. When you choose your car, you have to wait maybe for half a year or 1 year. Why do you have to wait so long? Because you only finish the first step, that is to pay the deposit. And second step, we'll contact the customer to arrange a test drive. And when it's confirmed, we receive the order. And when the order is received, we send it back to the factory. Then the factory will send the order back to the suppliers and component suppliers. Then they will start the production. And then put it all back together to our factory for the production, and then we send it back to the delivery center. And then the delivery center will deliver it to you. In total, around 1 month. So if you still have to wait in queue for any of the steps, it might take even longer.
So we'll customize each car for you. And we'll try to ship the standard model and also max model in April and by the end of May. So I believe this shipping speed is actually industry leading. With 14 years of smart device making, I'm quite satisfied with this timing. And our sales networks will first cover 29 cities. We have 59 stores with 17 exhibition halls. And by the end of the year, we'll cover 39 cities with 211 stores. And in the next 2 years, we'll cover more cities because we have more than 10,000 Xiaomi stores across the country. So once we're up and running, we'll quickly roll out more stores. So please bear with us. We'll step up our production. 3 years ago, when we made the official announcement, we want to make a good car, to make a dream car. This is our goal. We're very grateful for our fans, for their patience over the last 3 years. And we have designed a fundus edition for them. So first of all, at the upper corner, there is a metal carving. And in the passenger's seat, there's a metal watermark. And on your wheel, there is a serial number. Of course, it's optional. And also, a certificate with my signature and a car key. Besides that, we also upgrade the rear view mirror to titanium. So obviously this is for fundus edition only. The price for fundus edition is exactly the same with the standard model and the max model. So only 5,000 available. And I have to stress that these are samples. So you cannot really change the configuration. Once you make the order, it will be locked. So please make sure you check everything before you place the order. So this is reserved for die-hard loyal fans. So if you're not a die-hard Xiaomi fan, please think twice. So how to buy this fundus edition? Download the app and pay 20,000 deposit at 10 p.m. Once the payment's made, your order will be locked. and the delivery will start on April 3rd.
小米的整个汽车的销售、交付和服务队伍呢，
And our delivery and sales team will first cover 29 cities. They are well trained, but I still have some concerns. Their service might not be perfect. So I hope you can test and improve the delivery system for us. And please bear with us if there's any defects, so that we can be ready for the mass delivery. So thank you, all the Xiaomi fans. The Fundus edition is prepared for you to test our service system and to improve our service. So all feedbacks are welcomed. We'll try our best to improve, to prepare for the mass delivery at the end of April. So our launch is about to close, but we have more products for you. Last time, I uploaded a video with me in the uniform of the factory, and people love it. So I actually sell all 800 of them. And our model car made appearance at the Spring Festival Gala. People love this. We bought more than 100 of them. It's around 1,500 each. Well, in China, it's usually priced at 799 and 999. I didn't know why this is so expensive. I didn't know that it's 100% handmade. It's very costly to make. And I spent 3 months to push them. And actually, I spent 6 months to have this ready. Now they're ready for mass production. So it's set at 499. Very well made car model. If you love SU7, you can buy a scale alloy car model first. And to celebrate the launch of SU7, we have 4 limited color for Xiaomi phones that goes very well with your SU7: aqua blue, love orange, elegant mineral gray, meteor blue, and verdant green. And we also have premium accessories that goes with SU7. And I've attended 5 to 10 meetings for each product, and I use all of them in my life. The series called Xiaomi Life, and they're premium products. The first one is the aqua blue mug. It comes in 9 colors. Very pretty color. Stainless mug. And secondly, baseball hat. And I spent lots of energy on it to make it light and good quality. And in the last 14 years, we launched more than 10 baseball hats. And this one is the best. And all kinds of merchandise. T-shirt, polo shirt, backpack. They're all made to the highest standard. There are too many of them. I will not talk about all of them here. And please have a look in your vehicle app. And now, we're drawing to the end of the launch, and I still have something I want to share with you. And SU7 is our precious brainchild. If you really like it, please give us a good review. If you have any criticism, it's also welcomed. And please be a little bit gentle with us. I'll thank you in advance. Take a bow. And Xiaomi is actually under the limelight right now. So any drawback, any shortage will be under a magnified glasses. And many ask me, who is Xiaomi Su7's target audience? Because SUV is really the hottest product right now. So what is the sedan made for? Who is it made for? Looking back at 3 years ago, why I choose to make this car? So I think we can provide a better product for Model 3 users. When you put them together, why don't you choose SU7? And I think they deserve to experience the latest smart technology. Discerning elite of our time, once they take care of their family, shouldn't they deserve a car for themselves as a reward? So I think they are the target audience for SU7. They're tasteful, they're discerning, they don't want to settle, they're still fighting for their dream. They long for a more advanced, high-tech life. They carry this fire within them. And a glare in their eyes. So they aspire to be the cutting-edge tech to chase a happier life. I believe a confident life knows no bounds. Constant achievements moving forward are the best rewards for our life. SU7 is the dream car we built in the last 3 years. On behalf of everyone at Xiaomi, I would like to thank all of you.